In today's video, you're going to get to see a beautiful 2017 Dodge Viper. Everybody, welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. If this is the first time you're coming to my channel, then welcome. I really appreciate you being here today. If you've been to my channel before, then as always, thank you for coming back. Thank you also for the comments that you leave for me, for the thumbs up, you subscribing, as well as hitting that notification bell so you know when the next video is being released. Today you're going to meet Mike. You've met him before, and I'll put a link to some of the videos that we've done with Mike in the past. He has an absolutely gorgeous 2017 Dodge Viper. This thing is a beast. It has 8.4 liter engine in it. It's got 645 horsepower. And the interesting thing about this car is that it is this snakeskin finish. And they only made 25 of these. And this happens to be number 25 of the series. So without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out this beautiful 2017 Dodge Viper. Wow. You really get the color on this, don't you, when she's in the light?
Yes. Beautiful color. The nicest green I've ever seen. I absolutely love it.
Okay, so tell me what this is, Mike.
You're looking at a 2017 Dodge Viper, the last year of the Dodge Vipers. Within that year, they made 4 special editions. This is one of those special editions. It's called a GTC Snakeskin edition. There were 25 of them made. This is number 25 of the 25.
Seriously.
Seriously.
It's a collector's item right there. Wow.
And I purchased it new, I ordered it. Again, knowing that it was going to be the last year, it was very public, the last year of the Viper. I wanted to get my hands on one, as I already had the first year of the Viper, which is a 92. So I call them my 2 bookends.
Wow.
So a couple of features about this car. Horsepower-wise, like all the 2017 Vipers, 8.4 liter V10, 645 horsepower, an absolute monster. Being a V10, higher revving motor. What makes the snakeskin very special is the color. These are the only 25. It's like a deep candy apple green, dark green in the shade, and gets lighter as the sun hits it. Yeah, just beautiful.
You see that.
And the racing stripes are mimicking the scales of the skin of a snake, and those are hand painted from the factory.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
You're saying this, but I don't get it.
I know, that's what they wrote. I look at it too. I'm sure it's probably painted by hand using a template, but you know, just absolutely gorgeous detail.
Man, that is artistry right there, isn't it? Right. And it goes across the top of the car.
Right
too?
Across the top of the car as well.
My Lord.
Right down the back, there's a little carbon fiber wing. And when you're ordering this car, there literally is no options. You check off that you know, got a snakeskin, and that's it. You're done your build.
Wow.
And you wait for them to be built.
And I love that right there. That lights up when the brake lights.
That's absolutely. Your third brake light. That is actually a third brake light.
Gorgeous car. Even from the back end of it, she looks mean, doesn't she? Beautiful
car. Viper was doing really well with their, so this is considered a 5th generation.
Okay.
With the 5th generation on the tracks, the models are the ACRs. They have a different suspension, a stiffer suspension. They're the Vipers you see with the big wings on the back. But those cars performed incredibly well around the world at different races and whatnot. And
look at the size of the tires, the width of it.
Yeah, grabbed a few records. Yeah, and you know, even the way they integrated the side exhaust.
Yeah.
You know, just really well put together.
Really sure.
Not many people know this, but Vipers are all, from the beginning, were always hand built. So they were always called hand built in America, as opposed to the Corvettes and other sports cars that come right off an assembly line.
So where are these actually made in the US? Do you know?
I don't know exactly where they were made.
It's not a Detroit vehicle, is it?
It might be. You know, it's a great question. I do not know where the Vipers were made. I would say they're out of Michigan. I'm about 90% sure. And,
I love it though. The color is extraordinary. I mean, that yellow Lamborghini of yours has a beautiful color, but this has its own element of color, doesn't it? Like, oh my Lord.
It's the same type of, like, I think you appreciate it like I do. It has that multiple shades within it. It has that depth. I feel the same way. That yellow as well as this green is just spectacular.
Just the way the light catches it, even with the shade of the tree, like often it's like, what am we looking at here? What color is this?
Dodge Viper made available in that year, multiple different types of rims and different configurations. This has the Sidewinder rims, but again, I had no choice.
This is
the
the way
side,
it comes.
this is the way it came. As
Yeah.
soon as you check that box, they choose it for you. Some
Look at
carbon
that,
fiber in
even
the front.
The vents there, the
Yeah.
design, like everything. It's such an elegant job.
Yeah, it was an evolution from '92. Again, the 5th generation, and unfortunately the last year of the Viper.
Look how clever that is too. The way the door handle is just kind of tucked away there. You don't want any distraction from the lines of the car, right?
Yeah, if you notice the hood, the roof, I mean,
Yeah.
you notice how there's like a double hump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a snake, isn't it? Like
I don't know.
The head of the Viper or something?
I don't know where the
You
inspiration
know what, I
came
think
from.
it just might be. And now that I think about it, like if you looked at a snake, I think there might be a bit of an indentation there. How cool is this?
Like
And
the Dodge.
0 to 60 in what? Like next to nothing. Like,
Oh, 0 to 60 times very fast. It's an 11-second quarter-mile car, 200 mile an hour. Again, because it's not the ACR, the high fin, the high wing in the back, I mean, that gives a lot of downforce. You know, its quarter mile and top end stats are from this car. This will give you the most top end in the quarter mile.
Look at the length of the front end of this car. It's enormous. It's like, I think my MG would fit in just about up to here. Like, it's huge.
Well, there's a reason for that. It's there's something under there that they didn't really have a choice.
Oh, is that where you release the...
Yeah, it's not from the inside.
Interesting. Oh, it goes the other way. That is so cool. Hang on a second. Let me just... Oh, my Lord. Good Lord, Mike.
Every square inch of it is required.
Jesus. This is a what? A V10?
This is a V10, 8.4 liter. So roughly converted, just over 500 cubic inches.
Man, oh man. Look at the support here as well, carbon fiber. With, of course, the Viper on it. How gorgeous is this? I love the red. Beautiful.
Yeah, all the different generations of Viper, they incorporated some red into the engine, all 5 generations. I noticed that.
Is this whole cover made of carbon fiber?
It is.
Is there any other body elements made of carbon fiber too? Just
I believe it's the hood.
so this is a mean machine. Like it doesn't weigh as much as a regular car. It's not like steel. My Lord. Oh, I love how you put the washer fluid right there. That is so cool. Oh, oh, look, you really get a sense of the tires. Enormous, Mike. Look at the suspension on this thing.
Yeah, that tire in the front is a 295, and the rears are a 355.
Good Lord. Incredible. And the fact is, you ordered this. You're the only person to have owned it. It's never been sat in by anybody else. You're, as somebody once said, you're the only bum that's actually sat in there in the driver's seat. So that is beautiful.
Yeah,
What
the
a
front rims are
gorgeous,
also
gorgeous
18
machine.
inch, where the rear rims are 19 inch.
Yeah. So it gives it that little bit of a rake,
Rake,
on the thing.
yes,
That,
yes, which you picked off right away. You have a very good eye.
Very, very sharp. It's only subtle, but it's there and you can tell. It gives it that bit more of a meanness, doesn't it? Oh my God. Really, this is hand painted, Mike?
You know, I didn't go there and watch them do it, and I don't know
We'll trust
what that means,
I
but
like to hear that
that's
story.
what I read, that it's painted. Well, the whole car is hand built, right?
Beautiful. So you had the front end wrapped on this too, just to
The whole
protect
car.
shit?
I did
Oh,
the whole car in the clear wrap.
beautiful. Just to protect it.
Yeah, you know, just based on the paint, and you know, when you get into these candy or these deeper colors, they're probably harder to match.
Yeah.
Definitely because of those stripes. There's no way you're going to be matching that. She needed as much protection as I can give it.
Oh my Lord, she's beautiful. Again, like if,
Thank you.
this is another one of my favorites. Like I'm having a tough time here. I started off with the Ferrari. Man,
It's
I
a
fell in
six-
love with a Lambo.
You know, as you know, I love manual. It's a 6-speed manual, but all Vipers were 6-speed manuals. It was
Okay.
never offered an automatic or any other type of configuration.
It's a driver's car, isn't it?
Yeah, the earlier generations were more raw without the traction control and stabilization, but by the 5th gen, you know, all those evolutions, if you would, of technology in vehicles did make it into the car. So a little safer from that perspective.
Where's the battery?
Battery, I believe, is in the back.
Really? They've run out of space here? They may have. What is in the back?
Let's open the back. Oh, wrong keys. Again,
Oh, look at that. I think that's so cool that you open it from that little lever there.
yeah, no security on this one. So very spacious in the back.
Do you want to just flip that over because it's got the price on it? Wow. Beautifully carpeted. So you reckon the battery's in here somewhere?
Yes.
So if I ever had to give you a jump start, Mike, we'd be kind of here for half an hour, getting out the manual, trying to figure it out.
Google, my friend, Google. You know, I probably shouldn't admit this on camera, but many a time I'd be in a vehicle, even if I knew it a couple years prior, not knowing where a certain switch is, and I just
Google it.
Google it on the phone.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you get me to admit stuff, but I've just admitted it for you and your viewers.
And I'm recording it too. I mean, I say I switched it off, but I didn't. So
Yeah. Yeah.
again, all this is carbon fiber, right, Mike?
Yep. Yeah, this I believe is just the skin underneath.
Okay.
And every snakeskin comes with a car cover that's also green with the stripes.
Oh, wow.
So when you put the
A
cover on the
matching,
car,
yes.
it matches it up. Again, I'm not a car cover person. I like when my cars are stored where I can walk into the garage and just see them and,
Yeah,
you know,
admire
have a
them.
little bit of tea and kind of enjoy them.
Good for you. She's absolutely beautiful. Okay. Can I see inside?
Absolutely.
So to open
Push
the...
down, just push down, and she jumps
my
open.
God. How clever is this? Look at that. She's low.
Yeah, you definitely sit into the car. The frame is at the side.
My Lord.
I really, really enjoy the right arm feel with the stick shift on this car. The center console is built up high,
Yeah.
which is why the stick shift is so small, but it's very, very comfortable.
And it's very cockpit-like, isn't it?
Yep. And it has all the amenities. It has the, you know, it has the rear camera, the GPS, the Apple CarPlay,
Bluetooth,
power
yeah,
seats,
all the bells and whistles.
and all the bells and whistles.
Wow.
You know, really nicely laid out. Nice thick steering wheel, very comfortable.
Very sports steering wheel.
Oh, I love
isn't
it.
Even the seats, like what is this? Like a leather, different grains of
it starts with
leather.
an acryla.
Okay.
It's almost like a suede.
So, what is this here? Like it shows the foot pedal. What does that lever do, or button?
Oh, that makes the foot pedals go in or out.
So you can adjust it for comfort.
Yes.
And in terms of suspension options, you know, just like the Ferrari had variations, you can adjust this, that. Are there options here, or is it just one?
No, there'd be options in the ACR models.
Okay.
I don't think they're electronic. I think they're more manual adjust.
Right.
But in the GTC or GTS models, the suspension comes preset.
I do like this button. I like how also the window comes down slightly just to assist. Gorgeous.
Unlike the Ferrari, it's just a regular net here.
Yeah.
No button with over design at all, where you could keep your manual.
No cigarette lighter though, Mike.
But there's
but
two
you
cup
have a
holders.
cup holder.
Oh, there's a cigarette lighter. This is still an American
Really?
car. Oh, you got to have one in an American
Oh,
car.
yes, you're right. Look at that.
I took the lighter out, but that's where it is.
You're right about the shift knob though. It's tiny, isn't it?
Because the console's so high, but the overall feel is just incredible. It's my favorite.
And this is
of the
a
cars.
6-speed?
6-speed.
6-speed.
Yes.
Okay. Gorgeous. Do you want to start her up so we can listen to the engine?
Absolutely. Would you like the hood open as I do it?
Yeah, why don't you do that? And then I got to listen to the horn as well before I forget. So,
Oh, right.
So we'll do the horn thing.
Let's do the horn.
This might be a bit of a challenge to get in and out in a few years. I'll give you what, another 10?
Okay.
Good Lord. I thought you were going to start the engine. I wasn't expecting that. All right, go for it.
You were getting too close, so
I
I had to beat
was,
the
yeah.
horn.
And I love the exhaust out here too. Beautiful.
And actually, I want to retract on something that I told you.
Yeah.
I actually do have a race mode for the suspension.
Oh, really?
Where I can stiffen it up.
Okay.
Race optimized shock tuning.
Okay, there you go. And it's got air conditioning.
Absolutely. I wouldn't go out in a car if it didn't.
Shall we take it for a drive?
I think that's a great idea. Okay. There's the number, the 25 of 25,
Oh,
for
I just
whenever
see
you
it,
want to do
yes.
it. Right, that's
Beautiful. And it's an electronic dash.
yes. So what's really interesting, you probably won't do it on this drive, but when you hit the red line, which looks to be at about 6,300 RPM, that whole middle dash is that cobra head or that snake head that you see in the back of
No
the rear
way.
light. So that's it acts as your shift light.
Okay.
So instead of just making a red shift light, they did it in this. You see
Awesome.
the actual Viper. They called it a Cobra, but it's actually a Viper.
Viper, yeah. Different sound, different road feel.
Yes.
Right?
More raw, less
Yeah.
refined. Probably my most fun car to drive.
You feel you're on
Yeah.
the road with this. It's like a go-kart, right? Because
Yeah.
you feel everything.
And I hit that suspension, so let's soften it.
Interesting. Hey, how it handles
Very
the road,
different.
so different.
Yeah. And it's a 2017,
Right.
you know, not a 2008.
This is a real test for the gimbal and the stabilization on this because very, very different sound. The sound as well is so different.
And imagine how hard you feel the suspension. This is the GTC version. The ACR is much, much harder.
What's the equivalent in terms of an Italian car that rides like this?
You know what? I think that all the newer Italian cars, if you were to adjust their suspension onto the race mode, would be this hard, because it's not harder as the suspensions get better.
Right.
And these cars start doing these higher speeds, they are stiffer suspensions.
Yeah.
And the way that the manufacturers compensate for that is they make it adjustable within the cabin.
Okay.
So your car can still perform, but when you want to drive it around, you don't end up with your back hurting.
Got it.
So I would say the newer European cars on the right setting would be just as stiff, because it's the only way you're going to get the numbers that these cars are doing on tracks.
Right. Plus, the stiffer it is, the tighter the cornering and everything
Oh,
else.
yeah.
Wow, what a lovely sound this has
Yeah.
too.
You know, more American, lower tones,
Yeah.
more of a growl, whereas the Ferrari was more high-pitched and
Yep,
tinny,
exactly.
and almost 200 more horsepower than that car. But again, a really big displacement. You're talking 4.3 liters versus 8.4.
Wow. This could actually catch some air, don't you reckon?
I think so.
Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome, considering going uphill too.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking, how would my MG cope with that? That's still be back there.
I like the comment you said where your MG could fit in the bonnet.
Exactly. Mind you, if there's one similarity, it is the suspension, because it's like my MG, but
Very
my
tight.
shocks are not working, that's why.
Interesting about the suspension.
You know they put these little signs in the middle of the road after you moved in, right? I think I made mention of that last time.
I only drive fast when I'm with you, my friend.
Okay.
Other than that, the cars never get out of third gear.
Speaking of which gear are we in right now?
Second.
See, it's incredible.
Second, we're doing about 65 kilometers.
And about
and
3,000.
Yeah, just under 3,000 RPMs.
Amazing.
Hard for you to keep that still when I do that.
Oh
eh?
my, yeah, tell me about it. What an awesome car. And the visibility is pretty good too. eh?
Visibility is excellent on this car.
Good Lord, Mike, it's like instant power, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of torque. I don't remember the exact torque numbers, but very, very, very torquey car. And again, very impressive numbers for a non-naturally aspirated.
Yeah. It's your typical American muscle car, isn't it?
Yes. It's an American muscle car that's also built to handle.
Yeah.
I think that's what really separates
And
it.
competes with modern day cars
Oh,
from
yeah.
Europe as well.
In
As does the
2017.
Corvette.
Absolutely.
Which is, you know what, in my opinion, that is hugely impressive. And coming from England and only getting used to English cars or European cars, to see American cars come such a long way, it's beautiful. Where were they last time?
Pardon me?
Where were they last time?
This is a different route.
Oh, okay. See,
I'm not going to tempt fate.
no.
Let's test
My God, there's a stop sign up there.
I was going to tell you at the same time, let's test the braking. Oh, the braking's incredible.
Oh my God, she's cool.
We'll stop even before the line.
Wow. So 4-wheel disc brakes.
Yeah, rear wheel drive.
Incredible. Bloody hell. That, like, you are pinned to your seat on those things.
I'm impressed. You kept the camera fairly good.
Yeah, I'm doing my best, Mike. It's a two-handed job there. I think I wet my pants, though. But that's another story.
Well, that was a little
These
taste.
seats easy to clean.
That was a little taste of all out. Now we'll enjoy our drive.
Wow, she's lovely.
But again, I love the acceleration. I'm not a top speed type of person. I like to get it up and going and then bring it back to a normal speed. That's how I enjoy a vehicle.
You know what, I kind of agree with you. I do the same thing. Not in my MG, obviously. but generally speaking, I bring it up to speed and then I just go to the, because I don't want to take it.
Yeah, bring it up to speed fairly aggressively. Yeah. Maybe, a little bit more than you should have.
Sure.
And then bring it down and cruise either at speed or a little less, actually.
There's no law against acceleration from what I've heard.
Absolutely.
It's just getting over the speed limit. What a lovely road this is too.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And we're actually, look, you're seeing actually the fall colors come through.
Yes. It's just gorgeous up here in the fall time. Really, really beautiful.
It's a little piece of heaven, Mike, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. Halton Hills, Glen Williams, just love it. Been here 6 years, don't regret a second of it.
Such a different sound.
I don't know, let's go right. Let's see where we are. Oh, I know where we are. We're going to come into downtown Glen Williams here.
So, are you kind of discovering the neighborhood? Which is kind of nice. So you're actually discovering new streets as I am, so it's all good.
Well, this street I know very well. But yeah, sometimes when I drive, I really don't pay attention. I kind of lose myself in, the car, the sound, the feel. And oftentimes I've just gone for a drive and then have to hit my GPS on my map and where the heck am I?
Yeah.
Honestly, where am I? And I think that's part of the enjoyment is the less you can think about, the more you can enjoy it.
For sure.
They're building a house here right on the river. That's right on the Credit River. If I was to hit the navigation here, you would see we're going right along the Credit River.
See it there.
Right along the Credit River. Just a beautiful area.
Actually, the salmon run should be starting pretty soon as well.
Yeah, we got people fishing here. You know you're somewhere special when your local variety store where you get, your milk and bread also sells worms and bait.
Exactly. And we're only 20 minutes from the city.
Absolutely. Only 10 minutes from the Toronto Premium Outlet Mall. Yeah. That's how my wife judges it.
You're absolutely right, yes, you're absolutely right. And that was your wife's condition. So, Mike, you can buy the house, but hey, I want it close to the mall. That was a Ford Probe. You don't see those too often either. Yeah.
I remember when they came out. I was in later years of high
that
school.
Beautiful dog.
Yeah. their big claim was they had a lower coefficient of drag than the Mustang or the Corvette. You know, they were a real modern looking car.
They were, yeah.
They were a nice car.
Actually, I'd love to do a video on a Ford Probe, because yeah, you all kind of remember that car because it was unique, it was different, it was cool in its own way.
Absolutely, and we remember the original one, but I think they actually evolved it. They did one iteration after that original look, gave it a lot more shape.
Yeah.
I think, I'm going off of memory. I also remember either hearing or reading that Ford was actually contemplating replacing the Mustang with the Probe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at the grip on this thing. Wow. I am holding on to dear life.
That's what this is for.
Oh yeah, but I gotta hold the camera. I'd rather get some good video. I love the suede feel to the interior too.
Yeah, they did a really, with the
So
stitching,
nice, yeah.
they just did a bang up job. You know, kudos to Dodge and Viper.
What is this button here do?
That was, when you asked me, where the cigarette lighter was.
Oh, that's where it is. Okay, I forgot. Yeah. Such a clean look.
Yeah, simple, but really, really nice.
With a reverse camera as well?
Absolutely. I'll put it on for you here.
And there she is.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is very nice. Just makes you that much less nervous
Yeah.
when you're parking it.
Well, plus it's embarrassing too when you when you're back and you think, oh shit, that wasn't quite in the lines.
True point, very true point.
Mind you, if I'm honest, whenever I take my MG out, I park it miles away from any other car. The last thing I want is some numbnut to open their door and create a little dent unnecessarily. I'd rather walk an extra 2 minutes.
Agreed.
My wife's always complaining, why'd you park so far away?
I actually do that with all my cars, just to avoid it. Because it's true, when you think about it, it's 2 to 3 more seconds of walking, and it's so much more peace of mind.
And I'm sure I annoy people too, but I actually straddle the lines on the in the parking just to make sure nobody parks near my little car. Does she beep when you get close?
No.
Okay.
No
And
beeping.
that's an adjustment too, right? Because some cars beep and some don't, and you think, oh, I got lots of space.
Because of the long nose, I got,
Yeah, you just got it.
yeah, we kissed it. It's a shorter
That's the
car.
best invention ever, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. So simple.
Yeah.
And then I always use my camera just to have a little peek and go, oh, you know what? I can go back a tiny bit more,
There we
maybe.
go. Fantastic.
I don't know if you remember from the Demon, but remember how it came with 2 different keys? A
Yes.
red key and a black key? This has the same thing.
Really?
Where it has a black key, which cuts the horsepower
Okay.
down by a couple hundred anyways, I would imagine.
It's the valet mode-ish.
Never
kind of
used that key,
Right on.
Kevin, never. Never used that key.
Hey, you really got to climb out of this car, hey?
Yes, you're right into the car.
What a lovely, lovely machine, Mike.
Thank you.
She's a joy to drive. She's gorgeous to look at. Everything about it. And I love the brake light. You know what would be a nice touch?
You want me to push it?
Yeah.
Kevin, I'm getting to know you well.
Do you know me that well now? Come on.
You just want to see me get in and out of the car.
No, you can do that elegantly. That's fine. It's just
To
the
make
brake
comments
light.
that it's getting hard.
Oh, that's just lovely. Thank you, Mike.
So you gave me about 10 more years to be able to get in and out of this thing?
Give and take. I mean, you got to
I
keep
think you're
up.
being generous.
Are you doing your Pilates and your yoga?
I think you're being generous. I hope you're right.
You'll be fine.
How about if we do a dramatic finish with the garage door closing?
Let's do that.
Thank you so much.
Mike, thank you.
It was great showing
As
you the
always.
car.
Until the next car. Bloody hell, even the garage doors are silent.